Hi there, hi, good afternoon. This is Liz Davis. I am a nutritionist and I specialise in digestive health for busy women. So I help busy women with their IBS symptoms, their bloating, their heartburn, uncomfortable digestion, etc. And I use state-of-the-art gut testing and supplements and dietary upgrades to really get things working really well for you again. So I was going to talk to you today about a very common deficiency, and that is iron deficiency, and it can really, make you end up feeling quite ropey. So I'll go through what iron's for and why it impacts you so badly and who's most at risk, and then a few dietary upgrades you can make to help yourself feel a lot better, hopefully. So who's most at risk then? Well, basically, anyone who's kind of restricting their diet is going to be at greater risk of iron deficiency. So typically we're looking at vegetarians and vegans, and there's another reason for that I'll come to in a minute. Women who, premenopausal women who, particularly if they have very heavy periods, are going to be at risk from this, and also pregnant women, breastfeeding women, etc. Those with impaired digestion, because particularly if you're taking anything like antacids, because that lowers the level of acid in your stomach, and really you need that acid in there to be breaking the food down, so therefore ensuring that you're absorbing those nutrients contained in the food properly. So all this can have a knock-on effect. So for example, if you've got digestive problems, so you may be restricting your diet, so you're taking out certain food groups because they set your symptoms off. Well, they could also be quite rich in iron. So if you're not having enough iron-rich foods in the first place, then it's going to stop you absorbing, having enough in there to absorb in the first place. Okay, so what's iron needed for? Well, basically it's needed to transport oxygen around your body, and so if it's not doing that properly, then you can end up with a condition called anemia, which is absolutely not what you want, because it can make you feel quite ropey. So your iron is needed to produce hemoglobin, and that's a protein which is used for transporting oxygen from the lungs to all your other tissues and cells around the body. If it's not doing that properly, you are going to certainly feel the effects of that. So if you are suffering from iron deficiency anemia, you're going to feel quite exhausted, tired, fatigued all the time, and because you're not getting that oxygen where it needs to go. So in addition to that, your iron is also used for a lot of other things. It's actually used in your digestive processes. It's used as a part of enzymes which are going to break down your food and help your digestion work properly. It plays a big part. It's involved in just about every other cell in the body. So the symptoms of iron deficiency can be many and far-reaching indeed, including hormone health, etc. So if you're deficient, then what are the signs? Well, as I say, it can be iron deficiency anemia. You're going to have chronic fatigue, low energy, hormone problems, potentially look very, very pale, feel short of breath, maybe palpitations, extreme difficulty exercising because of the muscle weakness. You may even get really weird food cravings, like food cravings for ice is quite common, and dirt, things like that. A lot of people experience this kind of thing when they're pregnant. So as I say, people who are most at risk are going to be people with the GI issues, the digestion issues, so which is going to lead to problems with absorbing, etc. Women with heavy periods, pregnant women, vegetarians and vegans. Okay, so why vegetarians and vegans then? Well, the kind of iron you get in plant-based food is called non-heme iron. It's not so easily absorbed by the body, and the kind of iron that is contained in animal products is heme iron, which is quite readily absorbed by the body. So you can increase the absorption of the non-heme iron, so the plant-based iron, by eating heme iron rich foods at the same time. So if you have your vegetables with your meat, for example, or your chicken, that's going to help you absorb the iron in the plant-based foods. If you're someone who chooses not to eat animal products, you can increase your absorption by having vitamin C rich foods at the same time as your iron rich foods. So luckily nature does go some way to provide us with this. So say for example you want to eat something like spinach, which has got a lot of iron in it. It also contains vitamin C, so that's good. If you were going to eat lentils, they've got a lot of iron in them. Then if you paired them with very vitamin C rich vegetables such as peppers or green beans or something, then that's going to help you absorb even more. So by and large, if you're eating a balanced diet, you're getting lots of different food groups in, you should be quite safe from any kind of iron deficiency going on there at all. If you are someone who is happy to eat animal products, so you want to be getting on board plenty of lean meats, poultry, dairy products as well, if you tolerate them. Organic is always better. Fish, etc., are a nice rich source of heme iron, so get plenty of those on board, and your iron shouldn't really struggle there too much at all. So yeah, if you are doing all those things and you're finding you're still feeling a bit ropey, the best thing to do is go along to your GP, get a very simple blood test to tell you straight away whether or not your iron levels are low, and only at that point would I supplement. I would not recommend supplementing unless you've got that okay from the GP to show that you are actually low. Levels you're getting in multivitamins is generally okay. They've only got a very small amount of iron in them, but I wouldn't go taking large amounts of iron supplements on its own, particularly if you don't need it. So basically, plenty of vitamin C rich foods with your vegetarian based sources of iron. If you are a meat eater, you really shouldn't have to worry anyway. You should be getting plenty on board, but just make sure you've got that nice balance, nice variety of food going on. Should be absolutely okay for you there. Okay, so I hope that helps you. If you would like to speak to me, I've popped a link to my diary in the comments, so do use that to book into your free 30-minute call. And also I've included a link to my free program as well, so have a look at that if you're suffering with your gut in any way. Okay, so I hope that helps, and I shall see you next time. Okay, bye bye.